What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the show. So I'm going to continue a series of videos on this topic of the incident that happened over the weekend at the Trump rally. And the main reason for that is because there's so much coming out now, and we're just seeing the fact that the security was not up to standards. And I'm going to show you guys a video clip today, and this is pretty amazing. The fact that this person was able to get onto the roof, and you had people around him that saw him do it, and they were yelling for the police or law enforcement to come over and look. They have this guy on the roof. It was so obvious that this person shouldn't have been there that you had people recording the video footage. And that's what I'm going to show you today. Now, I want to just tell you, this is outside of the event. So you have the perimeter set up. This is outside of the security zone, okay? But you do have Secret Service that are monitoring what's going on outside of the perimeter. And so should this person have been spotted? Absolutely. Now, one other thing that I want to talk about too, and when it comes to just securing the event and then securing outside of the event, I would imagine that police officers in that area would be monitoring that outside as far as being physically there. You probably don't have Secret Service agents that are physically outside of the perimeter. They're probably all in the perimeter. So the law enforcement, obviously there was law enforcement there because they were calling on law enforcement to do something about the situation. But one other thing you have to think about is you have a lot of different agencies, okay? And I worked in law enforcement. I worked special events. I never worked anything like a former president or, I never worked with Secret Service. Let's just say that. But I did work events where there are multiple different agencies that are working one event. Let's say a fair, a big fair, you're going to have different agencies. You might have deputies there. You might have people from other law enforcement agencies there. And so when you have a situation like that, you're going to have, the communication is not going to be the same because everyone has they're on different channels, okay? And you might have a command post. I'm pretty sure they had a command post somewhere where if you have an issue, you call the command post, you say, hey, there's an issue going on here, and then they would relay that message to the different agencies. And then generally, we would have one channel, kind of like the emergency channel. So in where I worked, we had the red channel. The red channel would be for throughout the county. So if anything happened throughout the county, then we go to the red channel. Someone would be monitoring the red channel, and then they would tell everyone else, switch over to the red channel. If it's something like an emergency, like a situation like this where you have someone crawling on the roof, you go to red, you say, hey, there's someone crawling on the roof, and then they tell everyone else, they relay that down the chain, everyone switch over to red, then everyone switches over to red, and now you're all communicating together. And so I don't know how this situation was handled, but that could have been a situation where everybody flips over to red and everybody knows what's going on. And they use it a lot in pursuits. Like if there's a pursuit, everybody flips over to red, and now you're all communicating. Because if it's a pursuit, it's going through different cities, and so now you have different agencies that are involved. You might have, like in California, we have the Highway Patrol, and so we would switch over to red. Now everybody's listening to the same communication when it comes to a situation like that. Okay, so I want to show you this video, this clip. It's a pretty short clip, and like I said, this is outside of the perimeter, and you have people that are standing out there listening to former President Trump. Now they're not they're not elevated, so they're on the ground, so they can't actually see the event. But if you get on a roof, you can see over, and then you can actually see the event. So these people were just standing, and they're looking at this person crawling on the roof. So let me show you this. Here we go.
He was doing the job. I wouldn't even be doing this. I'd be at some beautiful place with the gorgeous ocean. The
Look, they're all pointing.
The Atlantic, maybe the Pacific.
Yeah, someone's on top of the roof. Look. There he is right there. Right there, you see him? He's laying down. You see him?
Yeah, he's laying down.
And son, I'm here with you fighting like hell to get a senator.
What's happening?
And to make sure we take back the White Because if we do, we're going to make America better than ever before. We're going to make it.
Yeah, look.
And it's
There he
not
is.
easy because we have millions and millions of people in our country that shouldn't be here. Dangerous people, criminals. We have criminals. We have drug dealers. We have people that should not be here.
Right on the roof.
It's much tougher than it happens.
You went right on the roof again.
Okay, so what do you guys think about that? I mean, you have someone on the roof, you have spectators there, you have people out with their cameras recording this, and they see the danger, and they're trying to alert officers. And this is before the shooting, and you hear former President Trump speaking, and so yeah, there's going to be a lot of scrutiny coming down on the Secret Service. And even though this is outside of the perimeter, should you have allowed access to this area? Even all the spectators there, they're outside of the perimeter. They didn't buy tickets to get into the event, but you see all of the access that they had as well. They're all out there. They have access to that same rooftop, and so. We'll find out. We'll find out more next week. I just find this is I don't want to call it fascinating, but this is just it's a sad situation all around, and it's just crazy when you start to break down the security and you start looking at things and you're thinking, wow, this could have been really, really bad, really, really tragic. I mean, it was tragic enough. You did have someone lose their life in this situation, and you had some people that were seriously injured, but it could have been much worse. And so we'll find out. Next week is when they'll hold a hearing, and they'll have the director of the Secret Service come out and they'll have questions for her about this whole situation, and we'll find out what did they do prior, what was their thought process as far as allowing access to this area in general. That whole area, I don't think you should even allow people in that area. You saw they had a big TV screen there, pretty much drawing people to that area because you could see the screen, and you're always going to have that push and pull when it comes to the campaign. The campaign's going to want, because the campaign, they want people to have access to the president. They want people to be able to go see the president, get close to the president, shake his hand. And in this case, it would be former president. But when you're in that situation, you're going to have the campaign pushing, oh, we want this, we want more access, we want more access. And then it's up to the Secret Service to say, look, you guys can't have access like that because of security concerns. And this should have been a huge security concern when it comes to just this area in general. And so I want to know what you guys think about this. And like I said, I'm going to continue doing videos on this. I'll be putting out my regular content as well. And so hopefully this will be something that the Secret Service can learn from, that we can all learn from when it comes to security and how to secure these events. But I want to know what you guys think, so let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.